I don't think I could ever do like any psychedelics because I feel like my mindset would never be that strong to be like, this is not real. Like, nothing is moving. That tree is not talking to me. Like, that's not how it works. Like,
the banana tree is not behind me. Boots is down the trail. Swiper is
not swiping. My cousin hit me in the back of the head with a fucking cornhole
I feel like you just
sack.
naturally go right into something.
Yeah.
So cool.
No, sorry. I just
No,
felt it in my head. But we were playing. We went to these outlets kind of at like Encinitas, and we went to the Apple store over there. And so like
the Forum.
I don't know what it's called.
There's
an
Apple store over there.
Yeah, but right next to it was like this little like grass area where they had like cornhole, and we were playing with it.
Fun.
And then my cousin decides to fucking start throwing them, so we all like, even my aunt and my uncle started like playing around. And it was fine. But my cousin decides to overhand throw.
Oh my
hits
god!
me right on the back of the head. I was
Those
like,
beanbags are no joke.
No, and the pebbles, I swear to you, were this big. Like they were like a good size.
It's like getting shot.
Yeah. So I was just like, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "Oh, it's okay." I didn't feel it then, but right now that I touched my head, I was like, "Oh, it's kind of sore."
You have like one of those Mr. Krabs, like, like what are they called? Like, I don't know. It just looks like a mountain on his head.
Yeah.
Like they call it a goose egg.
Chipotle. Yeah.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
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 That's what I was gonna say.
Anyways,
welcome to another juicy, boozy.
Pussy.
Juicy Debussy episode of cut that out, director. Of Grain of Salt. We're here with your hosts. We are with your hosts. We are also us.
Yeah.
So it's just us.
Super fun.
Yeah. If you guys are new here, my name's Daniel,
and I'm Melisa.
And
that was weird.
What did your
I
voice
said Melisa.
Oh. Usually say Melissa?
Yeah.
If you're introducing yourself to
a
that was
podcast
really
weird.
Audience?
I think just because I'm with you, like it just automatically goes through my head.
Yeah, guys, that wasn't for you. You have to be a VIP to get Melisa. But yeah, we're here with Melissa and Douglas.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a company that makes puzzles or something?
Is it?
Yeah, it's like Melissa and Doug.
Oh. I don't know that.
But yeah, so shout out to Melissa and Douglas. Send us a free puzzle. We'll do
Please,
it on the podcast.
I love puzzles.
There's literally one on the table right there. But yeah, so this week's episode is special because we got multiple submissions last night. I think we got 4 total.
Yeah, my cousin, when I was with them too, they told me that like add something if we had time, but I saved it on my notes.
Wait,
I just remembered.
We
right
had
now.
something.
Yeah, because they like didn't submit it because they didn't know how to word it.
Oh,
so they just
I
told
see.
me in person.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I have it in my
definitely.
notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if not, well, we could always use it on a future episode.
Yeah,
so
sure.
if like the following episode after you submit, you don't see your topic, don't fret because I know you guys are gonna like freak out. So I know how you guys get. But yeah, we do have 2 topics that we chose for today's episode. Thank you to whoever sent any of them in. I feel like this is definitely more up the alley of what we were envisioning with Grain of Salt and the submissions and that whole process. So I literally almost forgot to like last night. It was like 9:30 and we're filming this on Sunday instead of we usually do Mondays. Yeah. I say usually, but this is the second episode. But I was like, oh fuck, like I didn't post it yet. And then within 30 minutes, y'all came in clutch and we had at least a couple within 30 minutes. So that was really cool. Thank you guys so much for that. And so we're going to jump right into it.
I love this game.
This game of life. So our first submission from, again, Anonymous, says, hello, the question is, how would you feel if the person you're talking to posted something that that you knew wasn't about you, talking body-wise, that they are interested in something different than you, like muscle mommies versus mom bods, which I had never heard of muscle mommies. You hadn't either. And you hadn't heard of mom bods, which I hadn't either, but I just compared it to dad bods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You texted me, you were like, what's a mom bod? And I was like, oh, I think it's just a dad bod.
But like moms.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. But forgive me as I look at my phone real quick. This is just the point I wanted to mention, and then we will continue talking because this is a fucking podcast, believe it or not. So regarding this submission, I said, people can be interested in multiple body types. A couple years ago, I had a relative tell me that someone can become physically more attractive when your emotional bond with them becomes stronger, and I very much believe that. I feel like once you get past the surface level elements of swiping left and right, which is judging a book by its cover if you don't read any of their bio on a dating app, the physical attributes of someone don't matter as much, if at all. The bottom line is if they don't value your characteristics like they should be valued, that's a red flag and you're not being treated well. It seems that person is potentially in a surface level mindset of focusing on those physical characteristics, and anyone you're involved with should be looking deeper than that. Why are they posting about someone's body on social media? Seems childish, no?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Let the dam free. Release the water.
But yeah, I think you've hit like most of the points. Like it just doesn't make sense that like
the math isn't mathing.
Yeah. Like they went to go see them, and then after they posted about someone else.
We have a little more insight on this because, we were messaging back and forth with the person, but so obviously we don't want to name them or give away their identity or something. So but go ahead. But
it seems like them coming to visit, like it was just a weird situation how like maybe they're seeing someone else at the same time, like that they were around here. So I'm just like, do
you know where the guy's from?
He's from out of state because I believe right now he is stationed in Japan.
Oh, so it's a military guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So he came to visit, and also that's another thing added
out
onto
of state,
it.
out of country too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So there's like another aspect to this, and I'm just like, I don't know. Me personally, I would never be able to do like long distance.
Oh, me neither.
Like that is, I need someone right now. I need someone to be touching. Like I can't just like, love you.
Yeah.
Like that's not enough for me. I think
emojis.
I think I would fall out of that relationship a lot quicker than anything else. So I'm just like,
yeah. This situation in particular sounds like there is, I don't want to say necessarily miscommunication, but a lack of understanding with what they have. It sounds like the person who sent this in, God bless your heart, I know it can be hard and stuff. Not like literally though, like that shit is hard. Yeah. Especially like, the first stages of a relationship, if you're really falling for the person and you don't know if those feelings are being reciprocated, it's like, oh damn. Yeah. So it sounds like to me that the submission person is open to being exclusive with the guy, the military guy. And we should come up with we should assign them names or something like.
Oh my God, we should.
Jason and Martha.
Okay.
Jason and Martha and George Washington. So Jason sounds like he's casually dating. He clearly, from what you're saying, it sounds like set something up with more than one person while he's out in this area. I didn't know that. I just found out with you saying that he was out of the country. When you said out of state, that was something in and of itself. I'm like, damn, like he came over here, and I do think we're in an area, we're in the San Diego area, like there's a lot of people here. So I think it's if you're looking for something casual, there are a lot of opportunities to, especially for a fit military guy, to kind of hit and quit.
Literally.
I stole that from Dark Horse by Katy Perry. But yeah, I think it's a tough call because if it was, if there wasn't social media posting involved, it could potentially be something of, hey, like, I want to have a talk with you about being exclusive, because you said they have been talking for a little while.
For a while,
too, over the internet.
Yeah.
So I think that creates an emotional bond. I don't know how
for sure.
often they talk or whatever, but given that she has feelings for him, I'm guessing they've talked about, the idea of, them being something or have alluded to it in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if it weren't for the posting about someone else's body on social media, which I don't get why that's necessary.
Why he even did that.
Yeah, and I'm dying to see what he actually posted.
The context,
Yeah, the context, and because I can't think of one situation where like,
or just like, oh, I love me a muscle mommy.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, but that sounds like that would be like more generic. Like this sound like the submission makes it sound like it was about specifically someone, right? A person. Whereas like if you're just like, oh, like I love me a muscle mommy, it's like it's like that is it's just like a generic statement. But it sounds like I love me a muscle mommy named Jessica.
Not Martha.
Not Martha. So that's an issue, guys. Martha is falling for Jason.
Yeah.
And Jason is posting about Jessica on his, oh my God. I think the social media posting is a red flag. I don't get why there's a reason to do that. I think it's giving insecurity. Like because they're clearly, Jason thinks there's a need to let other people know that he's in talks with somebody. And it just doesn't like, there's like I don't know, it just doesn't really seem like something that the submission person should be involved in. It seems like y'all deserve better and this isn't the guy for you. But I will say it's hard to get the full scope of the situation based on a paragraph or two via a submission. So definitely use your best judgment on, what your core values would present in this situation. And I think definitely be cautious because it doesn't seem like the best situation.
Or even if you have like a real like connection and you guys are very open with each other about like certain things, I mean, straight up just ask and be like, what was this about? Like, was
that's
this about
true.
me? Like, is like, are you seeing someone else? Like, I feel like
sounds like he is.
Yeah, it can definitely open a conversation between you two talking about exclusivity.
Yeah, maybe the guy doesn't know that she wants that. Maybe, that's a good point because maybe he's just kind of fucking around and ultimately does want to kind of settle down in a relationship. But he doesn't, because sometimes people are hard reads. Like, I don't know anything about Martha, but she could be someone that, is reserved in such a way that like, and some people don't even do it intentionally. They just it's hard to read them. So I think that's where communication can be really important in finding out what you both want. And I think it makes it better for both people because if you both want the same thing, it's like, great, let's fucking throw a party and make out. But like, if not, it's like, okay, then we can go our separate ways and each, it's wondering, I feel like is so just like, no.
Yeah.
Like leaving everything kind of, what did you say?
I said I do that a lot.
Wondering is so 2022, guys. So it's a new year, new you. And we certainly wish you the best with the situation. Feel free to DM us and keep us updated on what happens with Jason and Jessica and Martha and your little love triangle. But
I'll be over at your house in a week.
Yeah, so will I. I'm going to break in through the side window.
Yeah, we can drink some coffee.
I'll bring my hammer. But yeah, do you have anything more to add there?
No, I think we're good.
We're good in that. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for, even that situation. I could totally see that obviously being a vulnerable thing to message over. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
The second topic, which thank you in advance to the person that sent this in, alcohol and drugs. And my little spiel with this one. What, do you have notes, by the way?
No.
Okay. Oh, right. I asked you that earlier. Because I want to make sure we obviously read yours.
No, yeah, we're good.
Okay. So I said my opinion on this has actually changed significantly over the past few months. I've never been a drinker and still am not. I was always one to not really enjoy being around alcohol, whether it was me consuming it or those around me, because I didn't feel like I was on the same level as them socially. Same with drugs, and not to mention I'm sensitive to any sort of secondhand smoke or vapor. Like when I went to Pride one year, there was a lot of vaping going on, and I ended up getting a headache. To clarify, I've never vaped or done any sort of drugs, but I've drank alcohol a few times and haven't preferred any of those instances over being sober. However, and I didn't even get drunk. Like I don't think I've ever been drunk. I've been buzzed. I think I have a pretty high tolerance, but yeah, I've never been to the point where I'm like fucking stumbling around, falling in a swimming pool or something. However, never say never, but someone I know does drink, does psychedelics, and smokes weed. And whenever I was on dating apps, if there was anything about someone consuming weed, I would immediately swipe left unless maybe if it was a hookup situation. Now I've gained insight into the outlook and intention of consuming weed and psychedelics in a medicinal sense. I'm definitely still learning and haven't come to a complete conclusion, but with the way this person goes about other aspects of their life, I can't really see them going about that aspect in a reckless manner. They talk about it in such a way that there seems to be true, genuine benefits for them, and I think it's important for me to be supportive of that until something proves otherwise. It's important to be teachable. Nobody knows everything. Yeah. So, gosh, sorry, that was a lot. But yeah, first of all, let's talk about our experiences with it. As far as alcohol, drugs, what have you dabbled into, and who's your dealer, and I can get in contact with them?
I don't. I've tried vaping. I've tried edibles. I've tried like actually just smoking weed. Mm-hmm. I drink, not excessively, and I don't know. With the vaping part, it like nicotine. I could not take it. It did give you that like dome feeling, but like it never. Dome? That's like the high that you get. But it's like, it's literally for like, I mean, I don't know, it lasts like 10, 20 seconds and then it kind of goes down.
Is it like the shape of a dome? Is that why they call it a dome?
Yeah, it kind of like you can slowly feel it and you like at the top and then you're like, oh, okay, it's coming down. Huh. Yeah. And then I like would get headaches. I like, the headaches were the worst part about it because I already fucking get migraines and I'm like, I'm smoking this shit and it's just making me have a headache. Like, no, thank you. So then I stopped. And then after, I think I had done edibles before this with my friends in my backyard. And I like took a little bit the first time. Nothing really happened. Like an hour and a half later, I took a little bit more. And then I think that's when it kind of all like hit at once, which was really weird because it already had been like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So then like,
and it's supposed to hit when? Like
an hour in, like hour and a half. And then so I was kind of just like sitting there and like I knew all these people, so it was like fine. But I still had that anxiety because I'm at my house. Like, what if my parents come out here? Like my grandparents literally are sleeping right there. Like literally like 200 feet away, 300 feet away. Like they can totally hear us and stuff. And like we had a campfire and I was like sitting next to it and I can feel the heat and it was so hot. Like, you know how if you get like really close, like your legs like start burning and stuff?
Yeah, close to fire.
Yeah,
you get hot.
Yeah. So like I was feeling that, but I was like, it doesn't hurt like to move. Like it doesn't hurt enough for me to move, but like it burns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just kind of stood there and I actually called one of my cousins. I was like, oh my god, I'm like literally so high right now. Like I don't know what to do. And like I could remember both of my legs shaking like vigorously.
Oh wow.
My anxiety was going like,
did you get Pfizer?
So bad. Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the first time I felt like maybe the worst anxiety of my life. And like after that, like it was kind of fine. Like I just drank a bunch of water and then like ate a bunch of stuff and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I've heard as well with drinking, like having a full stomach and drinking water is of course important. That's the stuff I've picked up along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as, you know, weed, or I think it's more towards psychedelics, I'm not totally sure though. I've heard from this person that your intention with it, like if you go in and you're like, oh, I'm scared, like I'm gonna be anxious and whatnot, you're manifesting that.
Yeah,
like it'll
literally.
happen because you're thinking that. Whereas if you go into it like, you know, this is gonna have a good benefit on me. Obviously I don't know exactly how to go about it. I've never done that myself. I've never vaped. I've never done. I've only drank. No drugs besides my inhaler. So, go lungs. But yeah, those get me really high. But yeah, like I said earlier, I don't think I've ever actually been fully intoxicated. I've never like thrown up. I've only tried it like 3 or 4 times. The most recent time, I had COVID-19 and I was isolating and I tried this bottle of whiskey that we had. And I had I'm pretty sure I have a natural high tolerance. Natural high. Go Natural High Club. That was the thing at like our fucking middle school and high school. Which is, interesting. But yeah, so I tried... it was like 4. I was kind of estimating it too. I was putting in a solo cup, so they weren't like shot glass shots, but I did 4 of them. And I was texting Fern and I was like, I just took another one, and he was like, chill. Because he was like, you're gonna die.
It's so funny.
But I didn't really feel much. I maybe felt like a little bit buzzed, but and this was like pure fucking whiskey. Like this was not crazy. Like a Truly or something. But I don't know how high the alcohol content was, but I mean, it tasted very strong. I kind of hated it, but I was like, fuck it. I got nothing better to do right now.
I don't know. I've had like multiple like rounds with weed and I can't even like smoking it like from a blunt. Like I tried that one time at a friend's birthday party. It like I was feeling fine after we did it, and it was like not like we went. They had a bouncy house, and it was like a disco dome thing. It was really cool. They had like speakers. Had like speakers like in it, not inside of it, but like looking into it. So it was like really loud in there. You were jumping, and it was like fun. Like that was fine. I fucking get out. And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm like dizzy. And I think that was just like the bouncing, like my head's just weird. And literally I just started to like panic because I was like, people
after
are
that
looking
distraction
at me.
was gone.
Yeah, I was like, people are looking at me like they know we're high. And there was a bunch of adults, like it was the person's like relatives that were like right at the table, like right in front of the bouncy house. So I was like, oh fuck, like they're definitely looking. And that's when it started. And I was like, holy fuck. And then I was telling my friends, I was like, guys, like this is not good. Like I don't feel real right now. Like this. You
don't feel real?
Yeah. It was like a dreamy type state. Like I was like in a dream, but like I knew it was real, but like it didn't feel real, which was really fucking trippy.
What was your mindset beforehand? Were you going into it thinking you were scared, or what was your...
I was just like, okay, like it's gonna be fine. Like we're at this person's house, like nothing's gonna happen. Like we're just like around these people, like it's okay. Like I know these people. And then so I was like, okay, whatever. But like once their parents, like once I saw their parents and their other relatives, I was like, in my head I was like, they do this, like they don't care like what we do, like it doesn't matter. And they knew my friend that does it all the time, so they know. And it's not like something different, but my mindset was like, oh my god, that like I don't know what's gonna happen, like they're gonna be weird, like I don't know.
Wow.
And so I started telling my friends. They were like, oh, like they were taking care of me because obviously one of them like does it on the regular. So they were like, oh, like here, I'll just bring you some water.
Ropes.
Yeah, they were like, I'll bring you some water, like I'll bring you some snacks, start eating, and then we can just like see how it goes from there. And then they had a pool in their house. So I was like, oh, yeah, inside their house. But I was
right
like,
next to the fireplace. Yeah. It's a good mix.
But so I was like, oh, maybe like jumping in the cold water will kind of like flush it out or like kind of like snap me back. And it did for like a second. And then I started freaking out because I was like, oh my god, what if I'm fucking stupid?
You're gonna drown.
Yeah,
bitch. Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, what if like I can't find the top and I'm just swimming towards the bottom and I can't get out and I just drown. And then Rachel was there and I was just like holding on to her, and she was kind of like annoyed because obviously like she's like high too. So I was like, like it's not working out for any of us. And I was just kind of like sitting there, and then like the guy came over, and I could tell he was like kind of pissed, not
Who's
pissed,
the
but
guy?
like
no, like the in relation to the event.
Oh, the birthday boy.
Oh, and
yeah.
he was annoyed?
Yeah, well, because like he's not a big fan of like
chaos.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
but
I
like,
thought this was a parent you were talking about.
No. It was just kind of like weird. I don't know. I felt like he was like kind of upset because we did this, like at his birthday party. So I was like,
oh, he didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. So I think
okay.
I don't know if that was just me or if he felt that, but like that's what I felt. And I was like, oh fuck, like now he's upset. But after like I was just kind of looking at the situation, I was like, it's literally fine. Like no one really cares. Like we're all good. And so
I would definitely be upset if that happened at like one of my parties, but I don't know who this person is, you know, obviously their values may be different.
So I'm just like, oh, like it's fine, whatever. And then like I was still super thirsty, like cotton mouth, like so bad. Like it was I get this all the time when I smoke, and I'm just like, I don't get why I keep doing this. Like I just need to chug like 30 gallons of water right now. And so like it kind of wears off, and I'm just kind of like sitting like on the shallow end, and like he has like his friends there, which I like know about, but we don't know each other. Like we've seen each other at his other birthday parties and stuff. So it was just kind of awkward, and it just kind of like died out, but I was still feeling like really weird. Like I felt literally like 50 like pounds lighter. Like it was really weird how like I'm pretty sure like it's kind of like normal for like that feeling, but it was really like I felt really shaky, and like I felt like I was vibrating.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
And I've had an experience before that which was really bad, that I took too much to like at once, and I was laying on a couch, and it was like this couch is like really like squishy. Yeah, like you can like sink down to the bottom, and I swear to God I was laying down, and I had like an out of body experience where I literally saw myself like standing on the edge of the couch, and I just kept I felt like I kept sinking in the couch. Oh my
God.
It was fucking crazy. I was like, then too, I was like vibrating. Like I felt like when you're like super cold that you just like, I don't know, like you're shivering like so hard. Like that's how I felt. But like I wasn't shaking, but I felt like I was shaking.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the same person from the birthday party, we were at my house. It was after one of my brother's birthday parties, and we went over back to my apartment, and we had gummies there too. And it was like 25 milligrams, I believe. So then we like did that. And then I was literally not feeling it at all. Like, or feeling it, but like too much. Like it was like crazy.
It wasn't the vibe.
Yeah, it was not the vibe that I was looking for, at least. I was like, oh God. Literally like out of body experiences, and like I can't, like it was crazy.
I would freak out.
Yeah, from then on I was like, I should probably not do this ever again. This is literally not fun at all.
Isn't that what people say like every time though? Like if they're throwing up after drinking, they're like, I'm never drinking again. And
literally
then they're like, until Thursday.
But so like he starts feeling it too, and he's freaking out, and he's like, I need to call my mom. Like, I need to go home. Like, I just need to go outside for a second. So he goes outside, and he's still like, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom.
Like panicky.
Like, yeah. And I was like, dude, like, calm down. Like, everything's fine. Like, my parents are here. Like, we can't, like, they're going to find out. Like, if you just fucking leave, like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, like, fine. And he goes back in, and he's like, oh, I just need, like, I need to eat something. So I go make him a bowl of cereal, and, I bring it back to him, and he's like eating it. He's like, no, I can't eat this anymore. Like, I can't. And so he sets it down. He starts laying down. He lays down for like a few minutes. He gets back up, and he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. He gets up. He fucking spills his cereal everywhere. Like, steps on it. It literally launches the milk to like the dinner table. All over my carpet.
Oh, you're like in the living room?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I remember I didn't have a room there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I slept
that was
in the
your
living
room.
room. Yeah.
So you were in the living room and your room at the same time. How trippy. That weed must have been good.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just need to go to the bathroom. And so he goes to the bathroom. I call my brother because I'm like, I can't do this. And he's like literally in the room right there. And
probably hearing this going on.
Yeah, for sure. And he's like, dude, like, what's going on? I was like, can you, like, help me clean this up? Like, we're really fucking high. We don't know what to do. He's like, are you serious right now? And, like, he has experience with it before. So, like, he knows, like, what it's about and how you feel. But obviously, he takes it a lot better than I do. So, like, he was like, okay, like, I'll just clean it up or whatever. He... I love this game.
Is that your new phrase? Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay, anyways.
I'll just bleep it.
Okay.
So that they can still hear us laughing and then wonder, what are they laughing about? Oh my god. She just identified the person.
Yeah.
That was really fucking funny.
You'll know who you are if you listen to this.
You know who you are.
I don't even think he listens to this. But
No, you know who you are.
Yeah. So
it's a he.
Yeah. So he comes out of the bathroom, and then my brother's like cleaning up the milk off the floor, or I'm still helping him too. And then he's like, I just threw up all over your bathroom. I was like,
oh my god.
No fucking way.
Oh my god. And there are so many crevices in like in between the cabinet and the toilet. Like,
yeah, it was so bad. He's like, I'm sorry, like, I was just trying to get it out of my system. Like, I can't take this anymore.
Oh my god.
And I was like, no, like, it's fine. And I was like, in my state of mind that I'm in right now, like, I'm usually not very, like, queasy with stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, I probably could. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't now. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah. So I told my brother, I was like, I am so sorry, but can you do me this favor? Like, I will pay you back.
Shut the fuck up. You asked your brother to?
I was like, I promise I will pay you back.
You're like, the dog threw up. Make sure he doesn't know it's from a human being.
Literally.
Oh my god.
So,
did he do it?
Yeah. He cleaned
it up. What a good
up.
brother.
I know. That's
for
how
payment?
I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a horrible brother. I'm just kidding.
So
oh my god, you
like,
could not pay me $1,000 fucking dollars.
I know. I felt so bad after, and he was still like, he was younger than me, so I was just like, oh my god, like, I can't believe this. And so he like goes in, and then like I can't really hear what's going on, but he just comes out afterwards with like a bunch of like tissue papers, and he takes it out into the garbage like outside, and he's like, okay, like, it's done, like, whatever. He's like, you guys
wow, he's so chill about it.
Yeah, he's like, you guys need to drink water, like, eat something to have it in your system, because like this is not going to go away.
And he is younger than you.
Yeah.
And do you know how old he was, if you can say, when he started doing this?
Let's see. This was maybe my junior year. Actually, no. This might have been like 2-3 years ago.
But he was already equipped with the knowledge.
Yeah, he had not super experienced, but like he had done it before.
To where he knew his limits and how to kind of guide you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And so I even called my friend that we had gotten the edibles from, and we were like, dude, like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, we only took this much, and on the package it said 25 milligrams. We thought the whole package was 25, so I was like, it only had like 4 or 5 gummies in it, so I was like, okay, it's not even that much, like, we can just take it. And then she was like, no, it's 25 per gummy.
Oh my god.
And
so you each took what, like, at least 70?
No, it was just one gummy.
Oh, you each took one?
Yeah, so it was each 25. But like, even before we had like done it, we were thinking about it, and we were like, is it like one is 25 or like the whole thing? We were like, oh, it's probably the whole thing. And like, we were trying to read on it like if it was per gummy or anything, but we could not find anything. So we were like, okay, we'll just take one. And so we just did it like that.
Do you when you do this, do you always know, where it came from? Like, it's a legit place, or this was a legit place because my friend's mom would get it, or my friend's sister, and they're like a trusted,
and they go to a dispensary, so it was like from a factory, like it was like, we know. That's
what I was talking about with that psychedelic person. I was like, I don't have any concerns with your safety as long as and I trust them, like, but like, as long as you know where everything comes from, and your limits, of course, and driving, if someone, because they go like into the mountains to do this shit, so I'm like,
that
as
is
long
crazy.
as someone
I could never
is a designated, they're like, oh,
sober,
we let somebody kind of we kind of cool down to where, you know, we have a driver who can drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there were definitely questions I had at first, but I think with what I've learned about how they go about it, I'm like, okay, like you do your thing and don't die.
No, yeah.
But yeah,
that's
I trust them.
I always talk about. I'm like, I don't think I could ever do like any psychedelics because I feel like my mindset would never be that strong to be like, this is not real. Like nothing is moving. That tree is not talking to me. Like that's not how it works. Like
the banana tree is not behind me. Boots is down the trail. Swiper is
not swiping.
Swiper is on Tinder, swiping right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That was a shitty joke.
So like I just think I'll stick to drinking because like at least drinking, like I know my limit. I know when to stop. I can feel myself like, okay, I'm getting to like the first few ones that I take, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired. I take maybe 2 more. I'm like, okay, like I'm happy-go-lucky. Like, you know, I'm good. If I take a few more, I'm like, okay, maybe I should slow down a little bit. Yeah. And then if I hit my limit, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I cannot do this anymore. And I did that at my cousin's house. And their parents are my godparents. And so they weren't home. So they came home after.
And they're fairies.
Yeah. And
when you're on psychedelics.
God. Wanda and Cosmo. So my godfather had came home, right? And so he doesn't like that his daughter is even drinking. So like having his goddaughter there, like I think was even worse. And he was like,
really?
Yeah.
Like the fact that like if you were drinking individually, it would be worse than his daughter?
Because we were all drinking together.
Okay,
so he was mad that they got me intoxicated.
Gotcha.
So he said hi and everything. And I was trying to obviously act fucking normal.
Yeah.
Like a fucking...
Hey.
Yeah, I was like, hey, how are you? How was work? You know? Yeah. And then he just goes upstairs and then my cousin's like, he's going to be so mad. Like he can tell that we're obviously all intoxicated. Shit. And so I go upstairs and I'm like wobbling my way up the stairs. And like he's coming out of the garage and the garage door is literally right in front of the staircase. And I was like, oh, hi. And then like I turn and then I fucking slam my shoulder into the doorway of the bathroom. Fuck. And then I grab the door and I'm like trying to hold on to so I don't fall over.
And he's seeing all this?
Yes, he's literally standing right there. And then like I close the door. I know. And then so like I just like sat on the toilet. I was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I told my cousin, I was like, I think I'm just gonna leave like right now because this is really awkward. Like I don't want to be here any longer.
Yeah.
And we had finished a bottle of this Smirnoff, like the big ones, between 3 of us.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
wow.
I was like, yeah, I don't think this is a good like look for me, like with my godparents. And so I left. Rachel drove home because she was with me. And she was sober. So I was like, okay, do we need to go home right now? Because my parents are like calling me. It's already midnight.
Oh.
And so I'm
That's
like,
late for you.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I need to get home now. And so I get home. Like Rachel was like, I can't go home. Like I have your car. Like I was like, it's okay. Like just come in with me. Like it's fine. Like I'll just sneak you in.
Yeah.
And so this is a Wednesday night, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So my parents, I go in and I'm like, I'm home. And then my mom is like, she's like, oh, I'll talk to you tomorrow about this.
Ooh.
And I was like, does she know I'm drunk?
Yeah. How did
because
she
I'm
know?
home late.
What did she know?
Yeah. And so I was like, okay.
To be continued.
Yeah. So I go upstairs and I'm like wobbling my way up the stairs again. And then like I'm taking off my clothes and then Rachel's getting like my pajamas and stuff. And I start changing and I just lay down and I swear to God, the room started spinning at 50 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
I was like, no. I was like, Rachel, empty that fucking trash can right now.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw up. And it was like a little like Winnie the Pooh bucket that I had bought at Daiso. And I was like,
come get your honey.
Yeah. And so before this I had eaten Rubio's and had like a vitamin water.
Oh, what a good combo.
Yeah, it was really good. And the fish tacos, so it was even better.
Especially on the way back up.
Yeah. So I like get up. I'm like, Rachel, I'm gonna throw up. Like, you need to empty it. This bitch fucking throws, like, doesn't throw the trash on the floor, but takes out the bag. The bag falls over and the trash falls on the floor. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I have no time to deal with this right now. And I'm like, Rachel, I cannot lay down. And she's like, dude, just lay down. Like, you'll just sleep it off. I was like, I cannot lay down. And she's like, just lay down. And I lay down and I'm like, nope. And I grabbed the bucket and I just started throwing up. It was so bad. Throwing up. Me too. That's why
shitty.
That's why I was like, I'm not going to get this drunk. I'm not going to throw up. Like, this is not something I want to do. And then the like hangover part of it is even worse. So I'm just like, this was not the ideal like moment to do it either. Cause I had to wake up the next morning like at 7:30 to take my brothers to school.
Oh my God.
So I was like,
what's a hangover like to you? Is it headache?
Queasiness. Like I even
that's like nausea.
Yeah, I even threw up that morning when I woke up.
Oh my God.
So I was like, yeah, this is not
it's
anymore.
never sounded worth it to me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that like some people, you know, I'm sure they feel more socially comfortable or whatever. I think I'm like a socially comfortable person generally.
Yeah.
So I can understand where people do think it's worth it to kind of take that edge off, especially in situations where, you know, they're meeting new people or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, I've always been like, oh, I have enough fun when I'm sober. So why would I put myself in that position of feeling shitty?
Yeah.
I drive all the time, like not being able to drive. And then of course the hangover part where, you know, you're saying it's worse than the initial, because I guess you're kind of numb to it more when you're drunk, but like now you're sober and the symptoms are still there and they're worse.
Yeah. So I literally, that whole day, the next day, I was sleeping all day. My curtains were closed. I kept drinking water. I went downstairs
for business, guys.
Yeah. I went downstairs to eat a slice of pizza, and that made me super nauseous too. And I was like, okay, not eating for the rest of the day. Like, wow. I could not. And then
you could be on Jenny Craig.
But yeah, that day of the housewarming, at least though, that we went to, I was just tipsy. Like, I wasn't drunk. So it was like I didn't have a hangover the next day.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's probably your best bet then for like social environments.
Yeah, for sure. And like, yeah, because I want to like, I don't want to be fucking stupid in front of the people I know. Yeah. Like, you know, because.
Well, you were.
Yeah. Well, I am all the time, but like a little bit extra. So I was just like, it's fine. Like, I'll just take a few drinks, and like those shots were not good at all. Like, I feel like,
what did you take?
They had tequila shots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't know what brand it was. And not to be like bougie or anything, but like when I take shots at my house, and my grandpa has like really good like Don Julio and like Centenario, which is the one that they use a lot in Mexico too, and it's really like, it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. And so I'm used to those, but that one, I swear to God, was straight fucking alcohol, like nothing else like mixed into it. It was so like, I can't. It was so bad. But I was like, sure, I'll take another one.
I remember like it was like 2.5 hours in the party or something, and I hadn't, because I wasn't hungry when I got there, but I was having like the Dollar Tree cola or whatever they had, and like eventually, like, again, I'm not drinking at all, so like that's what everyone else is doing. I'm like, I could go for some like a slice of Little Caesars pizza. I went up, like, I checked the first box, I'm like, oh damn it, there's no pepperoni left. I guess I'll have some cheese. Like, open up the cheese, it was completely empty, and I was like, dang it, like, I don't get to have any consumption fun here because I have to drive. Okay. Fuck.
But
that was a really fun night though. That was really so fun. Much fucking fun. Yeah.
And I feel like the games that we were playing too was definitely keeping it like lighthearted and like everything between moving good. The people in the group that were there and the games and whatever, and it was a celebratory thing, housewarming, like it was good vibes. Yeah, it was so fun. We should do that again. Yeah, let's they need to move again so we can have another housewarming party. Or we can just have a random party every like other weekend. Yeah, that's true. And just pretend it's housewarming. Yeah. Oh, this house is so warm. Did you turn on the heat? So we have a number of minutes left in the episode, and we've covered our couple of topics. So we're going to do our segment that we did last week as well. So I guess this is sticking, at least for now. Yeah.
which we talk about media we've been consuming.
Yes.
And not weed or psychedelics or alcohol. Media, guys.
Media only.
And then that's sober driving. Nobody goes through the windshield. So what media have you been consuming this week?
Okay, so actually technically 2 different ones because I've actually been listening to Trixie and Katya's podcast, Bald and the Beautiful. That one's really good.
Such a good name too.
I know. They're so funny. I love them so much. Yeah, you guys actually, I love that show. They're so funny. And I feel like especially because they're like famous, so they like have like Trixie like literally opened a motel and like she talks about that.
Oh
and
my god,
Katya,
she did?
Yeah, it's really cute.
I was just watching a motel like renovation
Oh,
show
really?
on Netflix. That's so random. That
Oh
you
my
mentioned
god.
that.
That's
Literally
so
last
funny.
week.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I loved it too.
Yeah, it's really like because her whole like look is like Barbie doll, like pink, like 90s, 80s type look. That's how her motel is. So it's like all pink.
How fun.
Every room is like decorated like different colors, different like schemes and stuff. So it's like super cute. It's all like 21 and up. And I'm like, that would be so fun to go to.
Do you know where it is?
I believe it's in Palm Springs.
That's not far.
Yeah.
We could, we going remote with the podcast. we could have Trixie on.
Literally. Oh my
imagine.
god. They literally filmed their podcast like it next to the pool area.
Oh my god.
So it's so cute.
Damn.
Yeah.
She must be making bank off of that.
Yeah.
Own a even if it's a motel. Like,
yeah.
And that sounds like not a Motel 6, obviously.
No,
That's like a,
yeah.
And that's how the show I was watching was like,
oh really?
They like renovated a motel and like it was called like the June Motel or something, and it was
that's
very modern, bougie, like very cool.
That's so awesome.
That's
yeah. I want to like go to it
keyword.
though so bad. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I want to go to it so bad.
That sounds. I wonder like what the rates are.
Yeah.
She probably pops in every once in a while.
She does.
How fucking fun.
Well,
Is it he or she? Trixie.
Oh, I call her a she. Like
she.
I even add a drag. Like she doesn't. She doesn't really care either. She's like, I don't care how you like.
And what about Barbie?
Yeah, because her name is Brian.
Barbie and Ken. Brian?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's definitely far from Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just call her because I don't know. But what was I saying?
We were talking about how they were filming the podcast by the pool and you want to go there.
Oh yeah, but because they're 21 and up, like Rachel wants to go, but I'm like, dude, you literally cannot go. We can go together as a couple.
Yeah, like, no, we're straight.
Yeah.
This is my bae.
Love you so much. Oh, and the other podcast I've been listening to is Emergency Intercom, which is Drew and Enya's podcast. I know I mentioned them last time, but I'm literally I'm literally in love with them. I love them so much.
Wait, what? You just said you were my girlfriend.
Oh wait.
Are you cheating on me?
Oh no, of course not. I love you, baby.
Okay, love you too, baby. Not even touching.
Yeah, like
touching the cushion. You're saying I look like a couch cushion? Oh my god. I've been really working on my body. Hey, I went to the gym 3 times last week.
Hey, good job.
Thank you. You're
I
kind of
haven't
inspiring to me. Huh?
I haven't gone.
Okay.
Because
and then I'll stop too because now you're inspiring to me.
No, because since I got the tattoo, the ink wasn't going in very well in my skin, and they were like, I went over it a lot of times. That's why like it's very like tender, but I was like, I go to the gym and they put on like a second skin type of thing, and I was like, how am I supposed to do this? Like going to she was like, honestly, I recommend you not go to the gym for at least 2 weeks.
You're like, dang it.
I was like, I literally just started my streak.
Did you actually were you enjoying it?
Yeah, I actually was.
Oh, okay. Then
because like it was like time out of my house and like spend time with Rachel and also like working together and like we both wanted to work like on our physical look. So it was like the perfect time for us to go. And because she works so late, it's like at that time there's not a lot of guys too around in the gym, so it's like it feels safer too. Oh yeah. So I'm just like, it was like the perfect timing, but now I'm just like, fuck, like I can't. And then I just took off the second skin today when I took a shower.
You're shedding.
Yeah, and it was like super like it felt like crusty almost. It was really weird. I had to wash it like 4 or 5 different times because the ink wouldn't like wash off of it. But now it looks fine, I think.
And that's your brand new tattoo?
This other one.
Oh,
I got another one.
So that one's still healing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
because you just got another one like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
On Wednesday? Thursday?
You're like, this was a Wednesday night.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
I listened to, I actually watched the YouTube version of a podcast last night. Watched the whole thing through.
I love watching them.
Pretty amazing, like how in this day and age, like people's attention spans, like it has to be good, but for whatever like reason, it still has to be a good podcast. But I watched like an hour and 10 minutes of this bitch, and I was like, love it. It was pretty basic with Alicia Marie and Remy Cruz, and the guest was Brittany Broski.
Oh, of course.
Oh, it was good. And like a lot of it, like I did feel a little bit disconnected from the topics because they were talking about like Harry Styles. I did see her video when she met Harry Styles, and they touched on that. But the one I really like of her is God, what's it even called? It's with Zach King. Oh, no, not Zach King. God, what's that guy's name? It's like the Mariah and Zayn and Heath.
Unfiltered?
Yeah, Unfiltered. Yeah. And Brittany Broski was on there, and she went through like her whole like I was in the corporate America world. Oh yeah,
and, that was so funny. I love that one.
Episode of that podcast. Yeah. It's so good. She's like insane.
Have you seen the one with Drew? I forget what her name is, but she's very like...
Oh, Drew Afwalo?
Yeah. Them two together was so funny, too.
Brittany mentioned her on the Pretty Basic podcast last night, and that's how I know how to say her last name.
Okay. So yeah, because I was like, Drew... what's her last name?
Drew Afwalo? Yeah. I think it was Afwalo.
Yeah.
I think it was Apollo 18.
But both of them together were like so funny. I was laughing so hard.
They've done a podcast together.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so we were talking the other day about Adam Rayoke and how he's in California. Well, I don't know if he still is. But he, after we talked about like, jokingly, like he could be on the podcast or whatever, he posted an Instagram story and was like, oh no, it was a TikTok. It said, get ready with me to go on a podcast. And I was like, no fucking way. He's actually doing one while he's out here and it's not ours.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Grain of Salt managers and our team really needs to get on that.
Yeah.
Our team.
Yeah. Us too.
Yeah. But yeah, that I love. I've watched Pretty Basic like a lot over the past like few months for a podcast. Like I'm not like religiously like watching it, but I watched Remy Cruz growing up, like her vlogs and stuff. I didn't really watch Alicia, but I knew of her. But I guess they're like best friends, and it's a good, and it's produced really well, and I love it. They've been doing it for like 4 years or some shit.
That's
like they
crazy.
have so many episodes. It's crazy.
Damn.
But I guess whoa, my voice just cut out. That was super weird. I guess podcasts like take a break between December and February, which I'm like, I don't know why, but I guess the playing field is very open for us right now.
I guess.
But yeah, because they start like their next season in February, but they like stopped in December. So I'm like, I don't know why. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, because I know Trixie and Katya too. Well, also they have another show that's called and it's on YouTube too.
Oh yeah, you showed me that one.
Yeah, that one's fucking hilarious. I love that show too. But and they tour and like they do stuff for the drag race, so it's like,
and she has a motel.
Yeah, so they're like super busy. So a lot of the times they're like through Zoom they did it a lot, but like even between that they were like, okay, we're gonna take a break because like we're too busy, like we can't keep doing this like at the same time. So and who else do I watch? I was watching this murder mystery one, Rotten Mango, and she also takes breaks between the
takes the breaks.
Yeah. So it's like I think everybody just at some point like is like burnt out, and we're like, okay, gotta take a break, and then we'll come back in a few months.
Yeah, we'll reconvene.
Yeah. But we'll never take a break.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna actually add more. We're gonna be doing this every single day. We're just gonna we will be mic'd 24/7, just walking around in our daily lives, and we'll have a live streaming.
God.
Like, oh, you want to open a bank account? Okay, and what's your
mention
our socials again? Thank you guys so much for watching or listening, either one. Another episode of Grain of Salt. As always, be on the lookout for our Instagram stories where we ask for submissions, and you can have your topic featured on a future episode of Grain of Salt. Thank you so much to the people who submitted topics last night. And yeah, well wishes to Miss Martha and
Yeah.
the one dealing with her
Jason.
military guy.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best and keep us updated. And yeah, anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, thank you guys. We love you so much.
Yes, thank
and
you.
We are officially on Spotify, iHeart, and Apple Podcasts. We're on there too.
My God.
I'll have to check to see, because some of them it takes a little while, which I wasn't anticipating. But I know Google Podcasts was like the one outstanding that I was like, oh, I want to get on that really soon.
Yeah.
Because there were a bunch of random ones too, like Podcast Addict I'd never heard of. I was like, okay. But yeah, we will see you guys next week on Thursday. As always, happy February. It's going to be February when this is published.
God.
So
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy month of love. And we will see you guys next Thursday with a brand new episode. Love you so much. And we will see you then.
Adios.
Bye, guys.